This thing's better than a door now. Haven't gotten any pictures of anything since August 13th. I know deer are traveling through here. Got a bag of feed. I don't typically like to hunt over feed, but this property is not, it's only about 100 yards wide. It goes back a little bit further, but you can see there's a great big hill here. It goes up to a flat. We got another hill here, and we're down the bottom, but the wind swirls down here, but this is what sets up the best for hunting this area. I don't know. I normally hunt out of a tree stand. This year I'm trying to, for the most part, go exclusively off the ground with a wall drip pack seat and a ghillie suit. So I might use that stand some in certain situations, but mainly right now, once the leaves are off down here, it's pretty wide open. So right now I got some hiding spots that I'm going to look through. I kind of like tucked over here where them two logs are at that tree, something to break me up. I don't know exactly where the deer are traveling from right now or which oaks are dropping. Also got this honeysuckle here that I could set up in. So do some walk around, find a place to put the feed down, and try to determine a spot possibly for tomorrow. Don't know for sure yet, but stay tuned. After looking at it, I don't like that tree just for the mere fact of when you're over there, you have a gap in the canopy up here, and you got more light on you. You need to find something a little bit better, tucked back in the shadows. There's a couple spots up on this hill, but a lot of times the deer come from the north here and come up over this. There's a four-wheeler trail right here, and the wind swirls right there and pushes up into it. If there's no wind and it's chilly, I can set up, there's a couple root balls up there. That'll work out great because my scent drops down in the creek and hangs right there. 10, 15 yard shot tops. Right now we're just trying to find something that is a little bit more conducive to the style that I'm wanting to hunt this year. But this tree here, I might be a little bit too close. I'm predicting the deer to come from the top of that hill or to the north here. North is where they're normally bedding. I don't think I brought my snips either to make a little ground blind. Could come down here or in the spot I really like. The property line's only 30 yards that way. Might have to check out the tree stand to see what the view looks like from up there. Right here. Could tuck up in that root ball right there. That's an option as long as they don't come up over the hill. It's right there in front of me. Got the hill to break up my silhouette. That'd be 10 yards tops. I know on this camera it looks like it's a lot further, guys, but it's not. Climb the stand real quick, just make sure it's sound. Don't typically like to put feed where I have to walk past it, or corn or anything where I have to walk past it to get to the tree. However, I'm just utilizing this spot for a doe because I won't use anything. So stick the camera here and get it. We'll put it out right here. When I put the camera up, trail camera being dead, we're gonna pick it up, but anything comes here, it's gonna be standing underneath that honeysuckle. When it comes from here, it's not gonna be able to get quartered to me. The quartering way or broadside. Come off the hill, they're gonna come up with this little valley right here and stop here, where they're gonna come there and I'll have a broadside shot that's 10 yards right there. Talk about ill-prepared. I'm very ill-prepared for this deer season. I'm shooting good. I've been shooting. But getting a boat, and you guys will see videos of that to come, getting a boat and focusing on fishing right now. Carry a pocket knife every day. Somehow I forgot I was in my pocket. When I come in off the hill, I will go to the top of the hill and drop down and work that side. Now we're going to another spot that I got that I picked up this past early summer in exchange for mowing of the trail through the wooded area. I was granted hunting rights, and there is a nice deer showing up there, and I will put a picture of him on the screen. He was there at 6:10 yesterday morning. Opening day tomorrow. I don't know how the wind's gonna shake out for where I'm wanting to be at. That will be on the ground, tucked back in some honeysuckle, 10-yard shot possibly, out to 20. So take that four-wheeler back, hop in the truck, and drive over there. And I also got a pop-up blind for my daughter wants to start hunting this year, so she's been going with me, but she wants to be the trigger man this year, so you get a blind set up and ready for her. So to elaborate a little bit more, you go back, the property I was just at, you go back to my YouTube channel, and I believe there's a video from last year with muzzleloaders that finally got her. I was up on the side of the hill there with the muzzleloader, and I got an old doe that kept busting me coming through that valley every time. So that's the same spot. Wind swirls a lot. I haven't hunted it early season down there in a couple years, so I'm not real familiar with exactly what it's going to do. Probably saw one of the biggest deer I've ever had encounters with in the wild in person last year there. He was at 35 yards. Wasn't able to get a range, didn't have a great shot, so I didn't take the opportunity. Did end up killing a nice deer last year. On a different property. So this year's just strictly recurve. I'll hunt with a gun when gun comes in, but other than that, it's going to be traditional from the ground, unless in a spot like that where I have to get up in a tree. The property I do have a new property to hunt in November that I'll be taking advantage of if I haven't killed a nice buck by then. I don't have real high standards this year, but I would like to kill a respectable deer with a recurve. So we're going over to this other property, putting up the blind for my daughter to hunt out of, and solidify some other stuff that I've already prepped for me to hunt in the ghillie suit, not a hunting cycle. So I'll be there in about 15 minutes, and I'll kick the camera on back when we get there. There will be more videos this year. I did get a new camera, and I want to be more proactive with my YouTube channel, put more videos on there. There's going to be fishing videos on there, because like I said, we got the boat. My daughter really enjoys that. This is mainly a channel where you can learn from my mistakes and probably relate, because I'm not spending a whole lot of money to do a lot of this stuff, but also a place and a platform for my daughter to be able to go back and look at and watch videos of the memories and some of the stuff we did. So like I said, when we get there, we'll kick the video back on and go through that process. So this is where getting pictures of that nice deer. As you can see, if you look behind the camera, there's a hole cut out in there for me to sit with a ghillie suit. The deer was here yesterday at 6:10 a.m. Don't believe he's going far. He's not far off from daylight. Like, he's pretty close. So I feel like when he's coming through, he's going back to bed, because this property, part of the property that I have permission to hunt, is surrounded by bean fields. But I believe he's making a circuit, coming around and going back to bed and coming down this trail right here. Wind out of the east tomorrow, northeast, southeast is going to vary. Down here with all these trails, the wind swirls a lot also. So the wind coming this way isn't going to help me a lot. In the evenings, it'll probably be alright, as long as they're not bedded down up here, which I know some does do. But they're mainly coming from back to coming from the east in the evening, but coming from the west in the morning, going back to bed. And this property has trails cut all through it, so we just gotta watch for the wind swirling. We'll put the ground blind on for my daughter and fill this feeder up. And we will, as I do all that, I'll try to develop a game plan for possibly tomorrow. If not, we might just hunt that tree stand tomorrow morning. We'll see if we can catch a doe to come down through to break the ice for the year with traditional. Let's get it filled up. Okay, so to be completely honest, I don't like where that blind's at, but I've hunted this before. All I've got information is to go off of what's on trail camera. So 30 yards tops for my daughter to hunt. They cross right there where that tree's at. It'll be 20, so that will work for her for the time being, if we get the right wind. If not, we'll have to move it, but I didn't want to affect too close to where I'm going to be at with the blind, so at least that'll get it up here and let them get used to it at this property. So feeder's full. I put some a little bit closer to where I'm going to be sitting. Really need to find a limb. I don't have my snips on me, but I will end up cutting a limb and putting it across there to shut that up a little bit more. There's also a good spot right here, depending on which way the wind's going, or over there. So we'll see what shows up on camera, which direction they're coming from, and go from there. So take this back, load it up, head back to the house.